Hey, we're back with a little True Viewz trailers. Back today with my boy Eric here. We've been watching some film trailers, of course. So we're film boys and we podcast about it. But what we also do is my current Anime Monday series, reacting to Revolutionary Girl Utena. Check that out. That's considered a classic anime. But what's considered even more of a classic, maybe, or certainly more well known, I would think, Cowboy Bebop. There's a live-action Netflix show coming out now. I guess live-action anime, or anime turned into live-action shows or movies, don't usually seem to do too well in terms of quality. We'll have to see this one, but I know Eric has watched the original, even though hasn't been the biggest anime guy. Is that correct?
I watched this as a child, decades ago on the old Cartoon Network. I have low expectations and high hopes for the live action.
I watched it for the first time, this series, maybe 3-4 years ago at this point. For the first time, though. You said you watched it when you were younger. Have you been back and rewatched it?
Yeah, a couple years ago, I had like a nostalgia moment, and I did watch this and one of the more inscrutable Gundam shows that I recommend rewatching less than I recommend rewatching this. But this definitely holds up as an adult.
And you do, I know you prefer dubs to subs. I go the other way usually, but is that what you watched, Cowboy Bebop?
Especially for this. Like, I'm not so stupid I can't read subtitles, obviously, but...
No, I'm making you do it for RGE.
I prefer dubs just because I like to look at my phone, and also with, like, this show specifically, I've got, like, a very emotional attachment to those voice actors doing those roles, so,
Well, that part of it makes sense, certainly. I have heard, I believe, that it's considered one of the better dubs anyway, English dubs. So maybe I'll go back and watch the dub sometime. But we don't got to worry about that for this. Presumably, of course, this will all be in English, the live action one, right?
At least parts of it.
So, yeah. Now, there's a teaser called Lost Session here, which I think I saw like another quick teaser thing that maybe came out a month or two ago. Didn't show much. I think it just showed flashes of the main characters. But this one just came out a week ago as we record this. Then there's an official trailer that just came out today, it looks like. The day we're recording this year.
That's what I got.
I guess we might as well watch both, yeah.
Seems right. Yeah, that first teaser was just like shots of the theme song with like the live actors recreating the like different poses and action shots that the cartoons made, which was an interesting choice.
And in terms of the casting for this, John Cho is the only recognizable name to me, at least. It's not who I would have thought of to cast as Spike, but we'll see how it works in the trailers here. And then, yeah, I don't recognize the other two actors for the other two main roles. I guess there should be 4. Eventually, the dog is a character too, and of course, we'll see him, I presume. But then there's a 4th main character too, like the girl, right? The younger girl.
Radical Edward, yes.
Yeah, I gotta remember now all the names. So Spike, Faye, and what's my other man's name?
The man who looks like a mechanic is Jet Black.
Alright, so yeah, and there's like music is a theme in the show, certainly. Like all the titles of the original anime were like music things, or songs, I guess, song titles, right? Like Sympathy for the Devil,
definitely music
like that,
themed.
right?
Super like 50s, like things that would have been popular in the 50s and 60s, like the old American standards.
Yeah. Well, Bebop itself, it's called Cowboy Bebop. So Bebop itself is like a 50s-ish era, I think.
That sounds right to me.
Form of music, type of jazz, I guess, kind of. So we'll see if it has any of that aesthetic rather. Obviously, it's in space. It's a sci-fi. But, yeah. Well, anyway, which one of these do we watch first? The one that came out a week ago? Maybe it makes more sense. The teaser.
Yeah, let's jump on the teaser first.
Lost Session. Pull up this bad boy here. Alright, I do an old school Netflix presentation.
Okay, this is exactly like the introduction to the cartoon. And now it's not.
And very 60s-ish, though. It was, yeah.
We'll handle this one on our own. Not a chance. Not that way.
Just pulling things into different scenes here.
The acting in that introduction was pretty cartoony.
Yeah. I don't know about if I like Faye's acting so far. We'll see.
What the?
Spike! What? We're on a job.
Seriously?
Noodles first.
Classic character trait.
Oh yeah, and what's the villain's name in this again?
His name is Vicious, so you know what he's about.
Vicious, that's right. He's a blonde or white hair, that's clearly him.
You gotta go.
The bounty's this way.
Vicious and Spike have a textured past.
Hey, Spike! A little help?
You're dead, cowboy!
Right, they took off the middle of the thing separating the screen and turned it into the weapon.
It's a cute
Oh,
trick.
that was cool.
And then, of course, yes, the lead character, Spike, does a ton of kung fu in there.
Yeah, he's pretty indestructible. He fights with a gun a lot too. Does both.
Hey, nut buckets! There's no payout if you shoot him in the face.
That was him.
Please.
I got him with 3 clean slugs in the leg.
I never miss, and I aim for his leg.
Never miss?
Never.
You aim for the face.
I did not. You
That's why
clearly
he
got
doesn't
him.
have a face.
Yeah, that's the sax, I guess, right? That always ended the intro. Okay. I definitely like the aesthetic of that. Even the intro, outro there, it was like the old kind of theater, kung fu movie style, I guess.
Quick Matrix
60s,
reference, yeah.
whatever, 70s. I mean, action looks like it might be pretty good. I assume that's, I don't know if that's just for the teaser there or they're doing all the things like with the meta kind of stuff with the screen. Like I mentioned, like picking up the thing, turning it into a weapon.
I want to hope
Or pulling each other in the frames.
you're right that that's just for the trailer.
If they can incorporate stuff like that into the show. I don't know, I might not mind it depending on how it's done. We didn't see Ein the doggy, I don't think, right?
We didn't see Ein or Radical Edward, which worries me.
I'm sure they'll be in it, but well, I guess I don't know how long this series is gonna be, like how many episodes. I guess in the anime they kind of introduced, like Faye wasn't even really maybe in its like the 3rd episode, and then like Ein was in the 4th or 5th, and Edward, like they kind of get
Yeah, they come along slowly.
in a little bit at a time. Maybe they could even push, like if it's only a shorter 6 or 8 episodes, I guess they could push something like Edward into the presumed second season or something. But yeah, I would think they would need to have all that. In terms of the 3 main characters there, Jet Black, I think he seemed to have to be the right fit to me. The other 2, I don't know if I'm sold on quite yet. We'll have to see how they do. Like still with John Cho, I guess he'll do a good job. He does look too old to me, I guess. Maybe that doesn't really matter. I don't know. It's just not he's not really what I think of when I'm thinking of like of Spike from the show, but from the anime. But I mean, he's a good comedic actor and stuff. So I can see
he looks
that
right
interplay
in the
between
suit,
them.
right?
Yeah, the look looks fine, I guess. Faye, this is just like perverted talk coming from me, I guess, or thoughts, but she's not really stacked up like the anime character.
No
I did notice.
human being should wear that outfit anyway. It's like fine.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the first like line or two she said in the teaser, I was kind of like, I didn't love the acting maybe, but
It feels like commercial
it is very
acting.
stylized, like you said.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's watch the trailer and see.
Okay.
Obviously, watch the show to find out. But, I mean, her character is pretty great in the anime. I think it has, like, a very... I don't know, like, it's a lot of development, has, like, a very dark past sort of thing. There's a lot to unpack there, so...
Yeah.
With all the characters, or especially Spike and Faye. So... And we saw the Vicious, right? Now I'm remembering that storyline. We didn't really see his face too much in this, but we saw him fighting in this. So, like, I don't want this to be too shallow or something, I guess, I don't know. Or, like, they're...
Do you not want it to be
I don't know, you know
shallow,
what I'm
or are
saying.
you worried about how hot the leading lady is? So.
It's a separate point. I've diverged from that point, yes. Well, I won't complain about that anymore. No, I mean, hopefully they do dive into those backstories. I would think they would, but... the
Yeah.
acting's gotta match it, maybe. Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, do you have any other thoughts on that before we watch the official trailer?
Just flagging the concern about. I mean, it was a really like well executed teaser. Just flagging the concern about the head-on applied directly to forehead acting style,
Right.
which if that's a choice that carries into the show is gonna bother me.
And I think I would have to agree, yeah. Well, let's see about the official trailer, which I assume is going to be more of like a typical trailer, I would think, cobbled together scenes from the show, but let's get into it. And it says it's an action. This is how Netflix is describing it: an action-packed space western about 3 bounty hunters, aka cowboys, all trying to outrun the past. So yeah, it is all about the past, like
Very much so.
which makes sense, kind of. I guess Netflix needed to tell us that they're cowboys because make it real literal on the title here. We can't figure that out. And then so the other 2 actors. Jet is played by Mustafa Shakir, and Faye is Daniela Pineda. Those are those actors' names.
I don't think I've seen either of them in anything before.
I don't recognize them now. All right. And it's November 19th. All right, so that's pretty soon.
Oh, Mustafa Shakir was in
Alright.
Deuce. I have seen that.
No, I didn't see that. Okay, it's a porn show, right?
Sort of.
Yeah, well, it's about like the porn industry in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
So what brings you back from the dead?
Spike.
A
You
week
can
ago, I
feel
did a
one.
job. A bounty. I had a partner, believe it or not.
He know what you used to be? Will I ever see you again?
They tried to kill me, Anna. If you need to find me, I go by Spike Spiegel these days.
We get the theme song again.
The Bebop.
Iconic.
One thing on the show is like they never have money, right?
They never have any fucking money, and their ship is constantly falling apart.
And they're always hungry.
Spoken like a man who's never been in love.
I was.
What happened?
He wasn't.
I was dreaming.
What do you say, fellas? You want to team up? I was thinking a 60-40 split. Going my way, of course.
Do not shoot her.
Please?
No.
There's the dog.
Okay. I'm liking her a little better in the trailer.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
episode. Yeah, the creepy Joker kind of
We're a team.
amusement park thing.
The 3 of us. Go grab some bounties.
Please, I just want to kill her a little bit.
God damn it, Spike. It's Jamie.
You good guys. Or bad guys.
Depends on who you ask.
All right. I wonder if these will be a half-hour episodes, more like the anime, or it's going to be like the typical live-action hour-ish.
It looked pretty faithful. Like, there were 4 or 5 bounty of the weeks in there that, like, everybody remembers this guy.
But we still didn't see any Edward.
I don't know. I'm less concerned having seen that than I was having just seen the teaser. It felt serious.
Yeah, I have to agree. And like I was calling out the acting from, I guess, Pineda and the other teaser, but I think the fake character is coming across in this trailer, in my opinion,
More like a real person.
and with the vibe she has on this show, on the anime. Yeah, we saw more of the they're going more into Spike's backstory with this. Presumably, it'll be focused around him, I guess.
Yeah. It looks a lot like the anime, yeah.
So with Vicious, and it is like a love triangle thing. I'm trying to remember now, right, between those his old love and Vicious and him, right? And then Jet was a cop previously, right?
Yes.
I guess we're spoiling stuff from the anime here now, so, but whatever. And then Faye was frozen or whatever, and and had amnesia for a little bit or something. I'm trying to remember that. But she was like actually super old, but was frozen in stasis for a long.
Exactly.
And is like a compulsive gambler. Yeah, the one scene with the amusement park guy, or that was the anime episode at least. Looks like they'll be doing that, so that's cool. I don't remember what that guy's name was.
That character's name was Pierrot Le Fou.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I was excited to see him.
One of the more popular episodes, maybe. It looked like Faye and Spike were fighting each other at one point, which makes sense too, I think.
They always kind of are, yeah.
Yeah. Well, she double crosses them a lot, leaves with the money and stuff. Mentioned it during it, but yeah, they always don't have money and they're like hungry and stuff, trying to get real meat or whatever. They don't never get usually, right?
Right. Anything but peppers and beef.
There's one episode with the mushrooms. I don't know if we'll do that one. Who's this Anna character from the beginning? That was someone from Spikes. I'm trying to remember from the anime. That's someone from his old life, obviously.
That's in the show. I forget when it happens, but like that was a familiar dialogue. Like that definitely happens in the show.
Spike's looking at a woman's picture on the wall. I guess that would be the old love, right? Whose name I don't recall at this point.
Julia.
Now either, but Julia. Okay, so he's in the old neighborhood, I guess. There.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of scenes from the anime. Like I wonder if it's just going to be like a episode by episode recreation.
Yeah, I'm still skeptical that it would be that direct. Like, how many episodes are there? Like 26, 28, something like that?
That sounds right.
Half-hour-ish episodes. Well, we still don't know my question in terms of, is it going to be, what's the episode length on this going to be?
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
So, but I guess if it was an hour, they could, like, double up. So, there's some of the episodes are kind of two-parter-ish anyway, if I recall, so they could maybe do 10 or 12 episodes and get most of the story in from the anime, but it is weird that we're not seeing any Edward yet.
I wonder if it's just because, or I dare to hope that it's just because Ed is such a fan favorite that they keeping that one under lock and key.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with filming stuff, there is always like with children actors, they can't work as long and all that stuff. And,
also, that
maybe that's
they just decided not to have Radical Edward, which
I hope not, because she is one of the best parts of the anime. I feel like. But we'll see. It'll probably be action heavy, which is cool. Oh yeah, I do see. Yeah, Jet is holding the iron there. The dog. It's looking very, very at peace. Well, Spike has the gun pointed at Faye, and Faye has something on her hand. I won't dare to guess what that is, but
yeah,
something you might see on the Deuce, I'll say. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else to discuss from this? Let me see. That looks like that definitely he's fighting. It's a Spike fighting Vicious in front of like a stained glass circle window thing.
Yeah,
that seems like an image directly from
100%. Like that comes directly from the big mid-season. Okay, now we get a little serious arc.
I mean, the original is very serious, even though it's, or at least a lot of times the tone can be comedic and stuff like that, but it's very like still kind of dark and serious in terms of like the stakes of everything, and like it is that type of a show, right? So
yeah, it's got a great sense of humor, but it is super soapy.
There's a thing on the wall that says the magic flute. People with masks coming in, looks like a bank or some sort of thing that they're about to rob. Maybe there's people getting on the ground. I don't remember what this is from.
In the anime, there are a couple high-profile assassinations at the opera. The Magic Flute, of course, being a Mozart opera.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
Eric's always here to fill me in on operas. And,
drink if you're playing the game.
Classical music things and other highbrow sensibilities that I don't have. Yeah, so, okay. I'm trying to I guess I kind of remember. Vicious works for like at one point he kind of takes over, I think, but he works for like a mafia type family, right? Or like organization.
It's like pretty explicitly coded as like a Chinese crime syndicate, yeah. Overall, just way more comforted by this than I was after that teaser. So I feel good.
Yeah, it seemed like with the teaser they really were going for that like 60s or maybe even a 70s style like serial trailer from like a movie theater then or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like kung fu-ish kind of thing. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm excited for this now. I'm definitely gonna watch it myself. It sounds like you will as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Check it out at least. Well, yeah, so cool. That's Cowboy Bebop, a live action show. Maybe this will be I mean, maybe I'm wrong to say that there's no good anime adaptations, live action wise, but I can't think of any. I've avoided watching most of them just because I've heard they're bad. But the consensus seems to be that they're not. There's not really any good ones. Like the Death Note movie was supposed to be horrendous, and other examples. But
The Dragon Ball Z movie.
oh yeah, I forgot they even made a live action on it.
I forget a lot.
Yeah, so maybe this will be the best of the. It's almost like a video game thing. Like video game movies are always bad.
Always
and
bad.
Stuff, but, well, one of these days there's got to be a good one. Oh, maybe this will be that for anime. Well, yeah. So thanks for watching this. Though, if you're excited, let us know. Comment what your thoughts are, and look out for me and probably Eric reacting to more trailers in the future, whether it's shows or films, whatever it is. I'll watch Anna Monday every Monday. Right now, Revolutionary Girl Utena with me and Eric, reacting to that classic, watching it for the first time. But yeah, for now, we'll be up out of here. Peace.